All right, for today's video review, we're going to be taking a look at BotBots Series 6 SKIDDZ SNACZ, spelled with the Z at the end, from the Oil Slicks team. The Oil Slicks is a new team that they added in Series 6, which are basically the chase figures for the series. Instead of the gold BotBots like previous series, they're all cast in this black plastic and then painted with this kind of shiny pearlescent color scheme. And yeah, this is obviously, turns into a little bunch of grapes here and is obviously a straight-up repaint of Bunches from Series 3, who in and of himself was kind of a real mixed bag of a BotBot, but when you take that and then you apply it to the kind of like chase figure color scheme, yeah, it's even a little bit worse, because generally, I mean, my same sort of gripe applies where when they do the chase figures, I really just usually prefer the original color scheme because it actually is the correct colors for the objects. And while I do think on this one in particular, even though it's obviously not the right color to be grapes, I do think that the color scheme that they gave it is pretty. Like, it looks nice with the different colors there. I mean, if you turn it around the back, it's pretty much just black, but at least from this side, which is kind of, the obvious front of it, it does look nice. But again, doesn't really look like grapes. So, not as good, but still, kind of nice to look at. In terms of transformation, this one, just like Bunches, is a huge shell former. Basically, you want to take this little section with a leaf on it and kind of slide it out, just so you have the clearance to take this whole half here and kind of rotate it to the back, and then take this half and rotate that to the back as well, which gives you clearance to grab the second arm and pull that out on its little slider and kind of rotate it forward. Then if you rotate this arm down, then you can take the whole sort of like top bunch here and pull that up a little bit until it clicks. And yeah, there we have SKIDDZ SNACZ in their robot mode, which is really nothing. Like, there's just nothing here. I had a whole big gripe about Bunches in the Bunches review about, like, if they had just pulled this bit up a little bit more, then that would have given, these halves the clearance to, like, actually fold up more so that when you put it on the ground, you could, at least the feet would be touching the ground. But, like, you can't see any of the robot mode details when it's actually sitting on the ground, unfortunately. And as opposed to Bunches, this one really doesn't have a ton of detail to not see to even speak of. Like, if you look under the face here, it's almost entirely unpainted. There's just like a little tiny like angry jaw painted in there, and that's it. That's the only robot mode detail that this thing has painted on it, unfortunately. Like I said before, like, you can rotate this bit around to kind of like help get these out of the way a little bit, but at the end of the day, there's still going to be just these massive chunks just hanging out of the back of the robot mode. Like, it's supposed to be emulating, like, the artwork for Bunches at least has like a trail of grapes kind of flying behind him, whereas it doesn't really work super well in that regard in actual plastic form, but I get what they're going for. It's just not very good. But yeah, in terms of articulation, obviously it's the exact same as Bunches. The arms can rotate up and down, but you kind of have to have them sitting straight forward, because if you rotate them down, then they go down further than where the feet go, so you really can't stand. I mean, that might even look a little bit better, honestly, having this one propped up on the arms like that than actually standing on the feet, but whatever. In terms of comparison with Bunches, we can just transform him real quick just to show them off together. Like I said, like, I didn't really like Bunches robot mode either because of, all the same issues that I just listed, but at least there kind of is a robot mode hidden under there with like the different colors, whereas this one is like, it doesn't help that, like, the main body is also cast in black, so like it's not differentiated at all from the actual like pieces of grapes, whereas at least it was with Bunches. But still, same thing applies. Like, you really can't see either robot mode when you actually put them down. You can only kind of see it when you pick it up and look around at it, but there's even less to really see with this one, unfortunately. So I mean, I gave Bunches a 1 out of 5. And this is definitely worse than Bunches, but there's no lower. So also, yes, robot mode also gets a 1 out of 5. Alt mode, I gave Bunches a full 5 out of 5 because I think that the little, grapes mode is actually pretty good. This one, I'd say I'd probably give a 3 out of 5. It's nice to look at. It's still a nice shape, but it's still not grapes colors, so I just like it a little bit less. And then transformation, just like Bunches, is a normal 3 out of 5, which is going to give SKIDDZ SNACKZ here, an ultimate score of 7 out of 15, which makes them a 1-star BotBot. So yeah, pretty bad. I mean, Bunches is a really bad BotBot too, but Bunches was at least saved a little bit by the really nice grapes mode. But with this one, it's all the same. Oh my gosh, words! All the same sculpting is still there, but it looks less like grapes because it's not grapes colors. So that's really the main difference. I mean, the robot mode is also, I would say, way worse than Bunches, but Bunches was also so low on the ground already that there's really no further down to go. So take that for as you will. But yeah, so really not a very good BotBot, I don't think. It's kind of pretty in the grapes mode, and that's really all it's got going for it. But yeah, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do reviews every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And without further ado, here we have BotBots Series 6 SKIDDZ SNACKZ. Oh, real quick, I did want to mention, if for whatever reason you want to pick up SKIDDZ SNACKZ, it's only available in one of the two Hunger Hubs 5-packs. It's the Chase figure, so if you're looking for the 5-packs, the one that you want is the one that has Pork Chop and Sunnyside in it, and this is the Chase figure, the like blind packed one in that pack. All right, that's it for real. Bye.